We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live outside Hive Stadium in Edinburgh. The sun is coming out and we have some cars for people to look at. My name's Colin, this is the OMODA E5, that's the JAECOO 7, live on TikTok. Say hello to people on TikTok. And people are joining us. Yes, it is Edinburgh and it is cold, ladies and gentlemen, it is cold. So stick with me because we're going to be showing you what these cars have to offer, as well as some of the delights of the fan zone outside here in Hive Stadium in Edinburgh's West End, where tonight Edinburgh play Lions in the EPCR Challenge Cup. I had to practice that a lot because it's a lot of acronyms. EPCR Challenge Cup, where OMODA and JAECOO are one of the sponsors, hence the rugby balls you're seeing here. And as you can see, we have some people looking at cars because that is what they're here to do. But hello to people who are joining, hello. Yes, great to see people joining us for this live exclusively from People's OMODA JAECOO outside Hive Stadium in Edinburgh, right in the shadow of Murrayfield as well. If you're familiar with rugby, of course, Murrayfield being the home of Scottish rugby, and right next door, a slightly smaller stadium for Edinburgh Rugby. But right here, we have a host of cars. Hello, Paul. Hello, Rob. Hello, East Devon. We're here in Edinburgh rather than East Devon, but good to see you. Hi, Andrew, Farhan, Jenny. Sunny Edinburgh, sun has finally come out. It is still absolutely Baltic though. My hands should have brought gloves despite the fact it's April. And this is what we're here for, besides the rugby, cars. This one right here is the OMODA E5. We're going to take a look inside that and around it in just a second. Next to us here, just over there, right there, that's the JAECOO 7, personal favourite of mine. And then behind that, even further, we're going to go take a walk, is the OMODA E5. All right, so let's start with the electric version of the OMODA E5. Hello, Pete. Hello, Flammer, Millsy, Neil. Lots of you stopping by here in Edinburgh, where the sun's come out. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And right in front of me here, I'm Colin, by the way. Hi, everyone. This is the OMODA E5, the E5, the electric version. Petrol version is over by. We're going to go take a look at that as well. Also, tell me, people, where are you? We're here in Edinburgh. The sun's come out. It's absolutely freezing, but we're enjoying ourselves. We're here in the fan zone. I'm going to take a walk around the fan zone in just a second, show you some of the fun stuff we got going on. All right, the OMODA E5. This is what it looks like from the front. I really like it. It's an SUV. Hi, Ibrahim. Bone S. Oh, Jason, that's like my neck of the woods. Come by the fan zone. Why not? And this is it from the side, the E5 of the OMODA. We'll go inside in just a second, but I wanted to give everyone an exterior first of the OMODA E5. And look at that, beautiful sunset as well. Really nice stuff. Hi Neil, hi Mike, hi Gemma. All right, moving on from the OMODA E5. This is the JAECOO J7, or just the JAECOO 7. It is my favorite of the three. I've driven these. This one, it's the grille for me. I mean, look at that grille, man. Absolutely stunning. Really, really nice. You can test drive these at People's OMODA JAECOO, Edinburgh, Falkirk and Liverpool. And we're going to take a look inside these as well. How about that for a dramatic skyline, by the way? Edinburgh, delivering the goods. We're here in the fan zone for Edinburgh versus Lions. My name's Colin. Hi, everybody. And we're here to show you some cars and see what's going on here in the fan zone. It's getting nice and busy. As you can see, lots of people coming for this game, which, if you're a big fan of rugby, tonight is big. All right, speaking of big, this is the OMODA E5, and inside it is a world of wonder, a world of technology, because it's one of my favorite modern cars to drive. And what I mean by that is everything is inside the one console. And in just a couple of minutes time, I'm going to take you inside and show you exactly what I mean. This, for me, in terms of a striking looking car, this is what's getting it for me. It's the sort of beehive, almost honeycomb-esque grille. Really is quite staggering. Now, I know that some people are like, nah, not for me, but that absolutely is doing it. I drove this last week for about 3 or 4 days, and it's a head turner. People stopping and thinking, whoa, what is that? It's an OMODA E5. We're going to head inside and just explore what exactly it's like to be in the driver's seat. In fact, shall we do that now? We'll do that once we get round the back. It's getting very busy here, just outside Murrayfield. You may recognise the stanchion. There it is. If you're a Scottish rugby fan, then that looks very familiar. All right, so this is the OMODA 5. Let me shut the book. I'm looking to my glamorous assistant. I can shut the boot here, can I? Yes, I can. Good. All right. So the OMODA 5, this is the petrol version. We have the electric version over there. One of the things that I really like about the design here is the curves off the rear. It's not just obtuse like we find with other SUVs. Is it better than the Ioniq? Now, I've driven the Ioniq and I would say yes. There we go. Okay. That's the kind of thing where it really does make a striking impression because of the shape of it. I really, really like it. And if we go from the back to the driver's side, and thank you for the questions, keep them coming. And if you are here in Edinburgh, come say hi. My name's Colin, I've got the whole team here. We can see Shannon speaking to people who are interested in the car, other people scanning QR codes. Yeah, if you're here, come scan a QR code, you win a rugby ball. And they've won! Oh, fantastic stuff. That's what we love to see, people winning stuff. All right. And hello to UK OMODA E5 Noble. How are you? Let's jump in. All right. So we're inside the OMODA 5, and let's see if I can start it. If the key is here. That's the key question. Okay. Now here's the question. Do we have a key for this car? Okay, the key is somewhere in the vicinity, and once we have it, I'm going to show you all of what I can see in front of me here, which is this beautiful console. The thing I like about the OMODA 5, having driven it myself, is everything's maintained and contained within this just one console in front of me. If I turn it around, you'll see exactly what I mean. Everything I need is right here. And I'll show you that in just a second. Oh, we have a key. Thank you to my glamorous assistant for finding the key. Hey, okay, we have life. And if I shut this door, there we go. All right, so the OMODA 5, the interior. One of the first things I really admire about this is just how simple this layout is. I'm sure for many of you who have been in modern cars, it's very easy to be overwhelmed by bells and whistles and notifications and all sorts of things going on. The OMODA 5 is much simpler. And one of the things I can do is voice commands, which, well, in fact, let's test it. Is the sunroof open? That's a good question. In fact, let's try another one. Hey, OMODA, open the passenger window, please. And then just like that, if I show you this little guy right here, that is our voice-controlled AI, which every OMODA has. And the JAECOO, which I'll show you as well, has something very, very similar. And in fact, if I want to even just tap it, there we go.
Sorry, again?
Close the passenger window, please.
Already closed.
Just like that. That's so clever. It already knows it's closed. Hey, OMODA.
I'm listening.
Open the passenger window, please.
Opening passenger window.
And this is the kind of thing where being able to do that whilst you're driving, rather than having to either reach over or do it just on your right-hand panel, so much easier. It can start playing music, it can start opening sunroofs, closing sunroofs.
Music I can play.
Of course, I am still talking at the same time, and OMODA thinks I'm talking to it. You can rest easy, my friend. We are on TikTok Live. For those of you who are just joining us, we're here in Edinburgh at the Edinburgh versus Lions Challenge Cup rugby match with OMODA JAECOO. I'm inside the OMODA 5, which looks a little something like this. Rugby ball, of course, just for today's live. And we're going to head over to the JAECOO 7. So let's turn this off, because this is the kind of thing that I can see people like gathering outside who clearly want to be in the car. Like, I'm sorry, we're doing TikTok Live here. Try again once I jump out. All right, okay, let's head over to the JAECOO 7 and see what that is all about, particularly when it comes to the interior. And I've got the key for it. I do have the key for it, even better. Because the JAECOO 7, having driven it myself for 3 or 4 days, it was my favorite. I really, really did enjoy it. Okay. I feel like I'm home. So, turn this around. JAECOO 7. Also, yes, hello, Natalie, you've just joined. And hello to some other people who are joining us too. Everything inside the J7 is again, here in this touchscreen. And one of the things that I enjoyed about this is, of course, you got your Apple CarPlay, you've got all your settings, Android as well. But everything that I need is exactly in that touchscreen. It's 15 inches. And rather than just having to think, oh, well, where's my USB cables going? Where's everything I need for this? It's all taken care of with JAECOO because we have our wireless charging right here. And as soon as you've connected your phone to the JAECOO, then everything that your phone will do, so maps, music, turns up right here. So the J7 really does have it all, and particularly the price point, which starts at $29,435, which is pretty exceptional for the size of car you're getting. All right, let's show you from here, if I'm driving, this is what the driver's seat looks like. Really, really nice stuff. It's telling me the boot is open. Yes, indeed, that's because we're here at the Fan Zone at the Edinburgh versus Lions game, and we are here to give away some stuff, including rugby balls, keychains, key rings, and if you scan the QR code at the front of the car here, potential to win tickets for the Challenge Cup final, which, all being well, if Edinburgh win tonight, they're one step closer to doing that. All right, let's jump out. Let's go on a little tour of the Fan Zone to see what is happening here. Oh yes, say hello, people. Hello. So we're going to go to the Fan Zone and see what is happening, and we'll talk as we're doing it. If you have any questions, lovely people of TikTok, please do put them in the chat, and I will do my best to answer them. As a reminder, we are here for People's OMODA JAECOO, the sponsors of the EPCR Challenge Cup between Edinburgh and Lions. It's happening just over there at the Hive Stadium in the shadow of Murrayfields. Michael is asking, what's the road tax group? It depends on the car, Michael. So, for example, this one right here is an electric car. So the road tax, as far as I'm aware, but of course you want to check it, will be zero. If it's a petrol car, I can see people shaking their head, so it's not zero. Let me just double check with that. You know what, it's best to just look it up. But I would say confidently that if it's electric, it will be less than the full petrol version, because that's typically the way we see the road tax brackets break down in the UK, is that electric typically is cheaper than the petrol. But your best place to go for that is online. It will tell you exactly what your tax bracket will be for that. 190, says Ali. Well, Ali, I'm going to take your word for it. You seem like a confident individual. So if it's 190, it's 190. Of course, the best way you can find out is by getting in touch with People's OMODA JAECOO, and they will tell you exactly what it is. Michael, you're welcome. I'm sorry I couldn't have the exact figure for you, but I appreciate the question. You know, teamwork makes the dream work, as they say. Okay, so if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the shadow of Murrayfield in Edinburgh, and we're here because we're showing off these cars. The OMODA 5, the JAECOO 7, and the OMODA E5, which is just over here. We're also giving away lots of stuff. You can see the rugby balls at the top here. We're giving away some rugby balls, we're giving away keychains. In fact, if any of you who are watching are nearby, come get one. Got loads. Little things that look a bit like that. Little rugby ball. Ali says, pay me directly. I'll sort out the tax. Yes, you seem like a trustworthy guy, Ali. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will send you that tax money directly. All right, here we are in the Fan Zone. This is what it looks like. It is getting busy, which is great stuff, particularly when Edinburgh really, really need the win tonight. But I can see a lot of Edinburgh colours, which shows the fans are out, but can we get a performance that matches the fan support? We'll find out. All right, let's continue to walk through. Now the fish and frites, some of my People's OMODA JAECOO colleagues had some frites earlier, and I can confirm they were very tasty. The warranties on the car, says Ali. It's a 7-year warranty with the OMODA and the JAECOO. or 100,000 miles, whichever one comes first. And so that is as good as you'll find in the market. 7-year warranty. Very, very impressive. All right, here, got some games going on. Oh gosh, people's rugby skills on display. Can they get it in the hole? Oh, very close, very close. Got some chess over here. All looking really, really good. Very, very busy. See if I can angle this a bit more. Fran says, I've ordered my JAECOO 7 in July. Is it a good car? Fran, I've driven the JAECOO 7. It's an excellent car. And as someone who has driven almost exclusively small cars for my whole life, or my whole driving life, be impressed if I was driving cars at age 9, but you know, the Highlands for you. The J7 is excellent. It's a very smooth ride, and for the price point, for that SUV, the way it looks, the way it handles, and the tech inside the car, to me it's a no-brainer. But I'll go back and show everyone else who's just joining the JAECOO and the OMODA E5 in just a second. We're here at the fan zone, you can see, looking nice and busy now. Anticipation rising for this game. Edinburgh Lions. Edinburgh really, really need to win. But the fans are here. That's all we can ask for. All right. Seeing what else is here. Oh, we got some table football on the go as well. And a giant buzzer. Really tempted to play that, but hey, we've got cars to go and check out. So I think it's enough fun from the fan zone. If you want to come down to the fan zone, you have a great time. There's so much to do. It's incredible. But no, I've got cars to show the people of TikTok, so I'm going to head back. But as a reminder, if you are just joining us, hello, Kerry. We're here at the fan zone in Edinburgh for the Edinburgh versus Lions rugby match. Here from People's OMODA JAECOO, we have brought our cars with us so people can see exactly what a JAECOO 7 and an OMODA 5 look like and feel like. And of course, if they want to book a test drive, they can do that too, which I would highly recommend, having test driven both of them myself. If you want to find out more, head to the People's OMODA JAECOO website, or indeed our social pages if you want to see videos of me driving it. Okay, here we are, we're back. We're back at our cars. Once again, getting lots of attention, which is always good to see. Now I wonder, have these gents been told the price? That's my question. You'll wait for the opportune moment. Scanning QR codes. You see, if you're here in the fan zone, you scan the QR codes, you get to win stuff. In fact, I'll show you. Just like that, scan that QR code. If you're at the fan zone, win scratch cards, key, rings, even rugby balls. It's all yours. I've just realized I went to start a conversation there. We were all French. So, the conversation may have been trickier because my French is very limited. Je suis Colin, j'habite en Écosse, au bord de la mer. It's about as much as I can remember, to my shame. Okay, we're back here at the rear of the OMODA 5. And look at this. Stunning view. It's the kind of thing where, having driven this car a lot over the last week, 10 days, that's one of the first things you notice. It's the actual rear of it. Bye to E5 Noble. Nice having you, thank you for your interactions. And Fran, you were asking about the JAECOO 7. This is the rear of the JAECOO 7. The boot is open at the moment. And oh, the bagpipes have started. I may have to run in the opposite direction if you want to keep hearing me. All right, let me show you the front of the JAECOO. Lots of people checking out this car. It is very, very nice. There we go, look at that grille. Stunning stuff from the JAECOO 7. I think one of the things about this car that often gets overlooked is the size of the alloys as well. I'll tilt this down just so you can see it. You can see here that, it's about 19 inches. Really, really sizable. Makes a big impression on the road. One of the many things to like about the JAECOO 7. we are coming to the end of our broadcast because I can see the pipes they're on their way. They're heading over, and that is going to make talking to my camera quite challenging. Fran says, I've gone all black, which I love. It'll be hard to keep clean. It depends how you drive it. It depends where you drive it. If you're driving in the country, it might be challenging. In fact, yeah, just make sure you've got sponges to hand, Fran. You'll be fine. But the JAECOO 7 does come in a lot of different colours. There we go. Checking out the rear of it there. Again, really impressed by how striking the J7 is. People look at it and go, oh yeah, that looks like the kind of car I'd want. Really nice stuff. And the OMODA E5, again, just to our left here. If you are just joining us, we're here in the shadow of Murrayfield, Edinburgh's West End, for Edinburgh versus Lions Challenge Cup rugby match. It's getting underway at 8 o'clock. Just over my shoulder here, that's Hive Stadium. Fran says the J7 is for the town. Hoping it's got a wee bit of welly. It's got a wee bit of welly, Fran, trust me. Trust me. I had a Fiesta. And then I had this. In fact, so let's give you a slightly better view from the side. And yeah, going from a Fiesta to this, you notice the difference. So yeah, really, really powerful stuff. And of course, if you are thinking, hey, I would love to find out more, you can book your test drive. And even if you're unable to scan a QR code, I appreciate things may be mirrored in TikTok Live as well. All you have to do is visit People's OMODA JAECOO, book your test drive, see what it's like for yourself rather than listen to me. Fran's saying my Merc has got some oomph, I want that, I've gone hybrids. Yeah, I believe you'll be really impressed, Fran, by what the JAECOO can do. It's got a lot of welly behind it. Welly's such a great word for describing the JAECOO. Also, I trust you can still hear me because those bagpipes and drummers, they're drumming, they're piping, they're certainly making a bit of a racket. But hey, it's all good. The atmosphere really starting to build now. If I turn this around, you can see exactly what Edinburgh is in store for this evening. There must be at least a few thousand people here. The sun has just come out as well, which makes it even better. Well, my hands are still absolutely frozen. All right, well, if you have just joined us, this is the OMODA E5. Fran says she's excited. Well, I'm excited for you, Fran. Very excited. Because I trust you're going to enjoy it as much as I did. Again, my colleagues here are showing people the cars. They are certainly cars that grab the attention, which is why we're getting people. Oh, someone's just won a rugby ball. Wonderful, someone just won a rugby ball. Great stuff. And if you come down here, of course, you have a chance to scratch and win as well, whether that is rugby balls, it's key rings, or indeed, it's tickets to the Challenge Cup final, which should be sensational. And even better if Edinburgh make it there. Game kicks off in about half an hour. If you are coming down, tickets still available. And hello to Tom, who's just joined us. All right, I believe it's time to wrap up here. I can see the bagpipers and drummers edging ever closer. But if you are nearby, if you want to come by and see these cars, you can do at People's OMODA JAECOO Edinburgh, Falkirk and Liverpool. You can see these cars for yourself. The stunning OMODA E5. It does look great. I really do like the OMODA E5. Really lovely car. Fran, is it true there's a JAECOO 8 coming out? If so, is it bigger? It's a good question, Fran. I don't have the answer for you, but I'm sure the internet will have all the speculation. As a reminder, that's the JAECOO 7. Really stunning stuff. And then the E5 as well. I think what I've been surprised at actually is the amount of people who are looking at these brands because they've never even heard of them before and saying, OMODA, JAECOO? What are those? Well, my friends, they are these beautiful cars. As we begin to bring this to a close, thank you all very much for being here. I've really enjoyed chatting to you all. And if you are nearby, come say hi. These cars are going to be here for a little while longer. Win yourself a rugby ball, win yourself, whether it's a key ring or indeed tickets to the Challenge Cup final. If you want to find out more, if you want to book a test drive, even better, People's OMODA JAECOO is the place to do it. You can drive any of these cars, the E5, the JAECOO 7, or indeed the OMODA 5 as well. And that is going to be it from us here outside Hive Stadium in Edinburgh. Thank you so much. I'm now going to go and lie beside a fire because I can't feel my fingers, but I appreciate every single one of you who have watched, who have commented, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.